नमस्कार दोस्तों, कैसे हैं? होपफुली जहाँ पे सारे हमारे फ्रेंड्स एंड मोस्ट रिस्पेक्टेड पेंशनर्स, सीनियर पेंशनर्स सारे स्वस्थ होंगे। तो यहाँ पे एक फाइनली जो मोस्ट अवेटेड रिस्पांस था इज फाइनली हियर फॉर ऑल द पेंशनर्स। सो स्टार्ट करेंगे विद द लेटेस्ट सर्कुलर फ्रेंड्स, और आई विल बी ट्राई टू सम ऑफ द थिंग्स इन अ वेरी क्विक मैनर। तो यहाँ पे बड़ी क्विक मैनर में यहाँ पे मैं सम अप करने की कोशिश करूंगा। तो उससे पहले प्लीज मेक श्योर टू सब्सक्राइब टू चैनल। अगर आप चैनल के साथ अभी तक नहीं बने हैं तो चैनल के साथ जरूर दोस्तों यहाँ पे बन जाना। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं विद द लेटेस्ट ऑफिशियल फ्रॉम सुप्रीता सरकार जी, जनरल सेक्रेटरी, एंड मिस्टर के वी आचार्य, प्रेसिडेंट AIBPARC। तो यहाँ पे कंक्लूड ही करते हैं। सबसे पहले टू कंक्लूड, वी वांट इमीडिएट डिस्कशन बिटवीन IBA एंड अपेक्स लेवल retirees organization on the issues related to GMI SR, and we do not want any qualitative and quantity degradation of the terms and conditions, and we want that IBA will follow the directives of DFS where there is no word about payment of premium by retirees, and we want evolving out of scheme which has human touch to the retirees employees, जो हमारे रिटायर्ड एम्प्लॉयज हैं। एंड यहाँ पे जो उन्होंने एक और चीज बोली है, एंड वी आल्सो विश टू ड्रॉ योर काइंड अटेंशन टू द मीटिंग ऑफ अवर प्रिंसिपल एंड सीनियर ऑफिस बीयर had with the senior executives IB on 11th October, after we met the Honorable Union Finance Minister on 4th October 2022. In the meeting, we had detailed discussions on IBA medical insurance scheme on the lines explained above. IBA team share our concern and assure us that the management committee was keen to address our concern and come out with the solutions and relief at a very early date. We believe your word. Now we are waiting for deliverance of that much needed meaningful and comprehensive health care to the past employees and officers of banking industry who gave a new meaning and perspective to banking, bringing vibrance to the phenomenal growth of economy of our beloved nation. तो दोस्तों ये फाइनल में जो था वो यहाँ पे मैंने शेयर कर दिया। और यहाँ पे आपको पता होगा अभी हाल ही में IBA ने ग्रुप मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस स्कीम के रिगार्डिंग जो को IBA को सबमिट करने 31 मार्च से पहले पहले गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की जो नोटिफिकेशन आया, तो उसी के रिगार्डिंग AIB पार्क ने बड़ा इजीली चीज़ों को कोशिश करने की कोशिश करी है। We see the suggestions of the serving organization have been sought for the improvement in medical insurance scheme. The term improvement, you will surely agree, indicate advancement, progress, and betterment. But the paragraph 4 of the letter tells us what certain things which are opposite to what improvement. तो यहाँ पे द suggestions have been sought for a cap on various elements. तो यहाँ पे cap होनी चाहिए on various element, cap on room rent, and view on co-pay option, and any other views to reduce the premium. The parameters on which suggestions have been sought for aim at quality degradation of policy adversely affect the interest of the retirees. वो चलो, that is okay. Our views on GMI SR are consistent, and it is well known to IBA over the years. We make series of correspondence annually on the same subject, and we do not want any hesitation to say that they are ignored with scant regard to the feelings of elder citizens of banking industry who continuously face the brunt of costly premium year after year. The issue is handled in a mechanical way. Formation of a committee of general managers of different bank, floating of RFP for selection of the insurance company, and finally a communication to banks about the name of the insurance company, and leaving all other areas to the said company. So lot of anomalies crop up, protests are made, a few are resolved, and most of them remains untended. We call it mechanical as it take care of certain formalities without any touch of human element and sensitivity to the retirees. The current policy has been in operation for 5 months only, and it is already causing a lot of anxiety to the claimant when the claims are made due to irrational and inconsistent way of handling of claim by different TPS. We feel it and any object necessary to tell our views on the subject. The real stakeholders of GMIC IR are the bank retirees. Also, IBA should have called upon the apex organization of bank retirees to know their views. The so-called argument of IBA that it does not have any mandate from bank to talk to the retirees organization is an empty logic carrying no sense, since the member bank passed the resolution in the regard in various board on tax dictated by IBA in writing. तो our organization is opposed to the idea of making any qualitative degradation. तो यहाँ पे degradation नहीं होनी चाहिए. When IBA seeks suggestion on cap on various element, it is known to IBA that a ceiling already exists which varies from place to place, and that the insurance companies do not even always honor the so-called concept of ceiling which is applicable for a particular element at a particular place. So marginal benefit by major compromises on terms or condition may be hailed as a welcome development by person who by good fortune will not be admitted to hospital during the operative period of the policy, but the person who will need to use the policy and will have to undergo several financial crises by making huge payment from his or her resources at the time of release. इसके बाद उन्होंने जो बोला था बेस लिमिट फॉर प्रोवाइडिंग सुपर टॉप ऑफ फैसिलिटीज शुड नॉट बी कैटर बेस्ड, इट शुड बी बेस्ड ऑन कवर लिमिट. गुड पॉइंट. IBA shall have to take effective steps with GST council, तो GST भी होना चाहिए. Provision of super top up policy should be made available for all the slabs of the base policy. Moreover, there should be a provision of super top up cover and above the normal super top up cover at a reasonable cost in respect of a certain critical illness, and there should not be any discrepancy in the amount of premium in any slab of base policy and a combination of base policy and super top up policy. We have pointed out several such discrepancies in the past by giving illustrations, so hence the issue is known to you. Fixation of a domiciliary premium has been an unrealistic mockery, and it displays non-application of mind on the part of insurance company. The premium once determined should be kept unaltered for at least 3 years. बहुत अच्छी बात है. The policy should cover retired employees, his spouse, dependent children, and also physically and mentally retarded children. The 1 month gap between the cover of serving employee policy and retired policy should be removed. बहुत अच्छी बात है. The retirees who could not join early in the policy or had discontinued from the policy for the financial constraints should be allowed to join the policy as has been permitted in certain years. So all the retirees should be covered by GMSIS and as is available for serving employees and officers. For retiring say abroad during the policy renewal, IBA should advise the banks to make provision in the system for renewal by such peoples. Apart from what has been told in foregoing paragraph, there are a lot of problem issues which can be sorted out by bilateral discussions between IBA and retirees organization. Some such issues are transportation charges of patients by vehicle other than ambulance, coverage of all modern therapies and hormone injection for treatment of cancer patients, appointment of such TPS only which has uniform network throughout the country. The IBA policy should be extended to all member banks as the retirees join the policy in their 2015, and any discontinuance for them is in the nature of the violation of contract as other policies have the retrograde clause of pre-existing disease and waiting period. तो ये इन्होंने कुछ ना कुछ जो दिए हैं काफ़ी अच्छी चीज़ें दी हैं. द नॉर्म्स ऑफ क्रिएशन ऑफ स्टाफ वेलफेयर फंड शुड बी इमीडिएटली चेंज आफ्टर मर्जर ऑफ सेवरल नेशनलाइज्ड बैंक. द नंबर ऑफ ह्यूमन हैंड्स जो वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंक्रीज हो गए हैं. सो मोर ओवर द फॉर्मूला ऑफ कैलकुलेशन ऑफ क्वांटम ऑफ फंड need to be immediate review. It should be 3% of the operating profit instead of net profit without any ceiling. So ये सारे उन्होंने कुछ ना कुछ चेंजेस बताए हैं. तो मोस्ट अवेटेड सर्कुलर आउट है, इसको शेयर कर देना और वीडियो को दोस्तों जरूर लाइक कर देना.